Hi, Dave Gubler with IML Real Estate, and today I'm talking about open houses. This is something that comes up a lot in real estate conversations I have with homeowners and during listing appointments. And that is, what's the purpose of an open house? Should we do an open house, and why do we do them? And from my perspective, we always want to benefit you, the seller, and everything we do should have some benefit to you. And I'm going to cover those today. In my mind, there's really four reasons for you as the seller to do open house. Uh, let's break those down. Number one is buzz. Number two is efficiency. Number three is building value. And number four, I'm calling competition. So let's start in on that. When you list a home, you've got an initial period of excitement, of interest, of activity. And that's always during, the early on, it's greater. So our first 7 to 10 days are vital. And that's when we want to create that buzz. We want buyers talking about it, liking it on the various online platforms, liking or favoriting on Redfin, Zillow, etc. And we want agents talking about the property. There's limited inventory, generally speaking, at this time, April 2023 in Orange County. And that limited inventory leads agents to be talking about properties amongst each other, etc. That's all good for you, the seller. The more, no publicity is bad publicity. That definitely holds true in the case of listing. So buzz is important. Our best time for that is the first 7 to 14 days, and getting people in during an open house talking about the property, rubbing shoulders with each other is important. Number two, I'm calling efficiency, and that's for you, the seller. The more people we can get into the property, the better for you, right? More eyeballs, more visits equals more potential offers equals better terms for you. And if you're not having to leave the house piecemeal for appointment here and appointment there, if we've done our job right, we will have people interested in the property, and they will be either asking for appointment or we can get in during an open house. Not everyone who would come to an open house, neighbors and maybe casual interest buyers, will do an appointment, but a certain percentage of them we can get in during the open house rather than you having to leave the house for a private appointment. So it's easier for you to prepare for one open house or two open houses than it is for you to prepare for many different viewing appointments. So let's call that efficiency. It should be easier on you, the homeowner, to be out for 3 to 4 hours during a day and get as many people in as we can, rather than all these piecemeal appointments. Then the next one I would say is building value. So an open house is an opportunity for your agent, me, to be there at the property. Now, theoretically, I will know more about your property, your home, than the buyer's agent, than someone, maybe an agent who's out of area, has brought their clients there. That's great, but they don't have knowledge about the area, the property that the listing agent's going to have. And so this is an opportunity for essentially showings to occur, but they are accompanied by the listing agent, because we're present, of course, on the property, and we're able to sell the features, discuss the things you've done to the home, discuss the benefits of owning this property. And that's something that I don't think you can quantify easily, because if an out-of-area agent or an agent who's not very familiar with the property brings a buyer in on a private appointment, we don't know what they're discussing or not discussing with that buyer. What points are they selling? What features are they discussing and describing? So open house is an excellent way for us to make sure that opportunity, which every time a person comes into your home, that's an opportunity. And we're maximizing that opportunity by making sure that the features and benefits of the property are properly discussed and presented to each and every potential buyer. And then the fourth, and I think this is probably the most important reason to hold open houses, is especially the nature of Orange County real estate during the last 5, 6, 7 years, is that we have very scarce inventory. we can generate a lot of activity at an open house. That is good for you because now potential buyers are coming in, they're rubbing shoulders with each other, they're seeing how many other people have come into the property. Sometimes, last year and even again lately, we've had lines of people waiting to come into open houses, and that doesn't hurt you, the seller, because now the potential buyers are seeing that they're facing competition. There are a lot of people interested in this property. So if they're going to make an offer, this is a more visceral sense of the competition. They realize, wow, if I want this property, I'm really going to have to step forward quickly, number one. And number two, I may have to present better terms than I initially thought. So we can tell people that, yes, there's a lot of interest in a property, but nothing, seeing is believing. So if a buyer comes to a busy open house, they are hearing people talk about the property in positive ways. They can sense that there are other people who are very interested in the home and are likely to make offers. That's going to change the way they behave when they write their offer, and how they behave in a potential, multiple offer scenario or a counter offer scenarios. The terms they're willing to give you, the seller, are likely going to be better if they have had that very real experience of seeing that other people are interested in the property. So there's 4 reasons right there to do open houses. Everyone's situation is different, and every listing and every home is different. So maybe open house isn't appropriate for you when the time comes to sell. It's hard for me to imagine how open house wouldn't benefit you, but maybe there is a scenario. If you ever have any questions about preparing your home for listing, how the process works, and how Dave Gubler and IML Real Estate goes about promoting a very busy open house, please give me a call. And thanks for listening to this or watching this video. Take care.